Area high school athletes now have a big home field advantage. The new Salina Regional Sports Medicine Clinic. Led by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks, Salina Regional Sports Medicine offers comprehensive care, from education to prevent sports injuries, to performance, to the preservation and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Fellowship trained in sports medicine orthopedic surgery, Dr. Hawks specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of ligament, cartilage, and meniscus injuries. He and his team of athletic trainers and physician assistant supports 5 area high schools, providing the highest quality, most timely care to athletes of every sport. In the school training facility, on the field, or in our clinic, we're ready wherever and whenever you need us. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we'll help you get back in the game and keep you in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, the leader in comprehensive sports medicine.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazin' Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in beautiful Brookville, Kansas. Charles, what do we got going on tonight?
It looks like we're going to have a football game here tonight in Brookville.
And
with the who? Sacred Heart?
The Sacred Heart Trojans.
And the Ell-Saline
Cardinals.
Cardinals?
Yes, we are here in Brookville, Kansas. Salina South and Salina Central both on the road this week. We will have a double feature for you next week, however. But tonight, we are here in Brookville, Kansas, having kind of a rivalry game, let's say. We have the 5-1 Ell-Saline Cardinals versus the 2-4 Sacred Heart Trojans. No, excuse me, Knights. I don't know why I said Trojans. Excuse me, I believe they are the Knights. I apologize.
They are
for
the
that.
Knights.
I apologize for that. I am thinking of southeast of Saline as the Trojans. I apologize to those out there. So you and I, Charles, not too acclimated with Ell-Saline or Sacred Heart football, but I'm excited to find out tonight.
That is. But at 5-1, it sounds like they have a pretty good team.
Yeah, absolutely. Ell-Saline doing pretty good this year, had only one loss this year, I believe. Do not remember the team, but it was only by about 2 points. So they've been looking pretty solid all year and probably expect the same tonight.
Looks like Sacred Heart will receive the kick.
We'll take the kickoff. Cardinal fans, make sure that you're loud out there tonight. We have the pre-K and first grade girls out there to help support on your Cardinals, so cheer as loud as you can to help support them.
Definitely a little bit of a different atmosphere here tonight, but kind of a little more cozier one, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of more of a togetherness, I would say.
Definitely, again, as they prepare for the kickoff. Looks like they're huddling up around the coach there.
Yeah. And we probably will hear plenty of cars driving by. We have a train tracks across the way, having the grand old sounds of the open farmland.
That's it.
Kicking off the Cardinals will be number 4, Gabe Roach.
And Gabe Roach going to be kicking off, the freshman this year at 5'11".
Charlie Skidmore and number 10, Trace Lenners.
And we are underway.
Looks like it's a short kick.
Fielded about right at the 20. 11 Sacred got a little bit of a room up the middle, but going to be tackled at about, looks like around the 35.
Luke Parks. Sacred Heart will have 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And the 35 is where Sacred Heart will start.
Looks like that defense is pretty fired up. They're hitting on their pads and getting excited for this game, it looks like.
David Anderson, quarterback, hands off. It's good, baby. 2-3 yards on 1st down.
21.
David Anderson listed as a 6'3", 185 senior.
Up to the, looks like 39-yard line. 2nd down.
Officially going to be a gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
And that's what you need to get right there. That's how you got to move the ball.
We always talk about in our previous weeks how big 1st down yardage is. That's going to be another handoff. Left side going to get some extra yards. I think he's got, looks like about enough for a 1st down.
Just shy.
We'll see.
45-yard line.
No, and he's actually just going to be just short.
Wow.
8 inches. Kind of how close they're marking that. I'm surprised they don't measure.
So they're moving the ball right up the field right now.
And wouldn't expect to see anything different on 3rd down.
I don't know, 3rd down would be a good time right now. Would be a good time to throw a little short pass, I would think.
That's true. When you're that close and you're kind of midfield to go for it on 4th. But there's going to quarterback sneak it. Has a little bit of room, but going to be tackled by number 32 of the Cardinals, Luke Parks.
A little bit of room. I think that side was wide open there.
It's like almost
had he got through there.
Necessarily expecting the quarterback to just take it and go on the left side.
When I think that would have been the first play I would have thought of would have been a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, for sure. We will see if Anderson gets to use his arm on this drive. Going to be a handoff. Again, not much there, maybe a yard. And might be down right at midfield.
Garcia on the carry, on the tackle, 58, Eli Hopkins.
So, it's not like their last first set of 1st down.
Yeah. They have 4 straight runs to open the game. Coming out, it's mostly same formation. They're going to call a little counter play. Right
turns
side.
the corner.
Picks up still some yards, but a pretty decent job of stringing that out.
On the carry, on the tackle, number 10, Trayton Peterson.
Maybe about a 3rd and 4.
45-yard line of the Cardinals, making it 3rd down and 4.
So is that 2-down territory?
I think it's got to be. And, I mean, I feel like, what you've been seeing with where they've been getting yardage-wise, they could probably run it twice here, not necessarily have to throw.
It's a pass.
They will throw.
And he has a man.
Side.
And he's got the 1st down and more.
Trace Lenners with a good catch. Good stiff arm
On the reception.
out on the edge.
Back
Picks
with
up
24.
quite a few, including a first down.
32. Luke Parks. Enough for a first down.
And they're slowly moving the ball down the field.
Yeah, they are on the 28-yard line.
And they started at, what, the 35,
It's
right?
about 35 on their own. It's going to be a hand up, middle. Man, you see that.
Wow.
He ran through there. It looked like there was absolutely nothing there. Just congested, but just kept the feet moving behind some of his linemen.
On the tackle.
Kind of surprised he got about
58.
4 out of that.
Eli Hawkins moves the ball up to just past the 25-yard line.
That's a good first down. That's the way you want to open that drive up. And as long as you keep that going, it's going to be a first down every time.
Been relying pretty heavy on the run. Got a strong formation left side.
Fakes
They're
it.
gonna counter that again.
Wide open.
Dive forward, though. Going to be maybe about a long yard, maybe 2 yards short.
McCartney on the carry. Tripped up by number 5, Ty Chalmers. Moves the ball.
Well, it makes it an easy, manageable third down, though.
And 2.
We haven't really seen much from any other teams we've seen in the last couple seasons do kind of some overload on one side, but they were heavily overloaded on the left side there. And then they ran it back right. Running kind of a line formation right side.
Oh, he don't.
I don't
It might
think
be
he got
real
it.
close.
I don't even know if he even got a yard off of that. Kind of had just like a little bit of like a wide receiver screen there.
Trace Lerner's on the reception. Tackled by 24, Owen Bradley.
And might have lost a couple inches.
No gain on the carry, making it fourth on the reception, 4th down and 2.
Sacred Heart able to capitalize on third down so far this drive, but they're going to have to face their first 4th down.
Full backfield.
And they're going to run it again. Looks
like he might have it.
Might have it, but it might be seeing where they at.
Paco Garcia on the carry.
Hard to see with the yard markers on the far other side. I wonder if they might measure this.
Oh.
But no, that's actually going to be short.
Wow.
Turnover on possession.
We sadly don't have our...
1st and 10.
Wow.
Don't have the height we have
Normally.
stadium.
That's right. Wow.
The Ell-Saline showing their bend, don't break.
But
right
from here,
there.
it looked mighty close.
It did. Ell-Saline's going to take their first drive of the game on their own 19. And that's going to be a sweep.
Oh, he goes nowhere.
Completely swallowed up.
Yeah.
By Sacred Heart there.
Kramer on the carry. Tackled by number 10, Trace Lenners.
And we just have already heard Leonard's name on offense and defense so far.
17-yard line, 2nd down and 12.
So was 88. He was steady pushing that pack back. Pushing the pack back, which was Ben Del Rio.
After a loss of 2, they're going to go to the
defensive
air.
end.
They're going to try a little bit of a screen right side.
He goes
but
nowhere.
Fumble! Ball comes out. And it's officially ruled as a turnover.
Wow. Fumble.
Fumble on the possession.
I didn't know if they were going to say he was on the ground.
Yeah,
or
so
what
far,
there. It's really close.
Pretty early or only halfway through the first quarter. So far, Sacred Heart looking like the 5-1 team.
They are.
Sacred Heart in position on Ell-Saline's 13-yard line. It's going to be a pass right side, first down.
Wow, he had a man there.
Yeah, into the hands of Charlie Skidmore, but him in a bad place right in the hands. And I kind of think about that. It's a little chilly night.
Yeah.
Wasn't wearing any gloves. I bet that's probably going to sting a little bit.
Down and 10.
But you got to catch those. Yeah. And you don't get a lot of opportunities usually.
Might have been Anvil to get into the end zone. If not, would have been on the
real close
1 or 2. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Kind of an I formation, going to sweep out right side.
He goes. He might have got a couple, maybe 3 yards.
That was Paco Garcia. Yeah, got a couple there. Brings up 30, pretty long 3rd yard. And I think kind of what it shows right there, that was the first time I appeared that they passed on 1st down. They didn't get those 1st down yards they usually get when going to the run.
And
so now that kind of leads to an even longer 3rd down.
A tough 3rd down.
And
back to pass.
Anderson left.
He's got
side.
a man.
It up.
He's got a man. Wow.
Maybe some contact with the ball, clearly uncatchable. It goes out.
And he didn't have to throw it that far.
Yeah.
That he's probably got that defensive back by more than a couple. Yeah,
he has the size. Man, it looks like here Sacred Heart's going to try and get 3 on the board. And this is going to be up here Skidmore on the kick, who dropped a potential touchdown pass a few drives ago.
It's good.
Kick up and good.
It's good.
And with our first score of the game, Sacred Heart strikes first, leads 3-0 over the Cardinals.
Remember, the touchdown club is holding.
Definitely not the way you want to start if you were the Ell-Saline offense on that. Their first possession only lasted only 2 plays.
And make sure you get your tickets. They're $5 a ticket, or you get 5 for $20. Also, the After Prom Committee is selling both cinnamon rolls and cotton.
And of course, with these smaller schools, a lot of the players playing both ways.
Yeah.
And a bag of cotton candy for 2.
Kind of at the level we're used to seeing. You see a few players playing both ways, but here it's usually about 8 out of the 11 are usually the same.
Charlie Skidmore back for the Cardinals. Number 10, Trayton Peterson, and number 32.
Well,
I was getting ready to say we only had 10 players out there for Ell-Saline.
Ell-Saline should feel lucky. They only came out of that turnover with 3 points.
On both ends, too. Even the first drive and then that second drive there by Ell-Saline.
Where they're playing with the ball on that end of the field.
Yeah.
So
there's still 5:06 left in the first. And they're going to have a little
squibble kid.
I don't know, just watching the kicker there, I don't know, just watching his body language almost just looked like he was going to kind of almost like onside kick it a little bit. And I'm like, you're 2-4, you're playing a team that's 5-1. Why don't you go for that?
That's when you got to try those things that you normally wouldn't try because it doesn't matter.
Yep. We saw that with Salina South last week. First play of the game, running a double pass. Ell-Saline going to be starting with a little bit better field position than they were their previous drive on the 35.
Looks like he
run.
Whoa.
Up the middle. Pretty good run. There by Parks.
Now that's definitely how you want to start out on 1st down.
Man hit him, but maybe carried him for a good 4 or 5 yards.
2nd down and 2 from the 43.
It's a pickup of 8 on 1st down. You do that every play. Not much to combat against.
Yeah.
It's going to be a handoff.
Owen Bradley on the carry. Tackled by number
Owen Bradley that time.
Anders Mickelson does good enough for a Cardinal 1st down. Just past the 45-yard line.
Ell-Saline getting a little bit of momentum now. Pick up their first down of the game. And a little bit of a slow little exchange. Looked a little between the quarterback and the running back.
Looked like he wanted to pull it out there for a minute.
Exactly, and the running back just kind of said, no, I'm taking that.
Trace Leonard moves the ball up to the 48-yard line. Second down and 7.
3 yards to carry, get you a first down, so they're on base.
Second and 7, Ell-Saline. They're going to throw right side. Got it complete. And it looks like he's just a yard beyond the first down yardage.
Tackled out of bounds by number 23.
See it from my angle. And no, they're wrong again. It's going to be just short.
Third down and manageable.
Be a short 6 inches.
So do you count on the quarterback sneaking it?
Well, it's going to be hard if he's going to run this out of the shotgun, sadly.
Oh, yeah.
Might be just able to run forward, but now we're going to hand it off, and pretty good hit there.
Right there.
But I think he's going to clearly have enough for...
The middle.
Oh, yeah, they're marking it ahead.
Yeah.
Does get enough for a Cardinals first down up to the...
It's a good thing when you sit closer, you get to hear that smack of that pad.
Yeah. Now, that's where his forward progress took him, but that's not where he landed up.
Sure.
It's a little bit further in the backfield.
They're going to do a little bit of a swing out left side. I mean, you see those plays in front of your eyes, and you're like, that's not much there. But you look at it, and you're like, he picked up 6 yards on that play. Like, when you think about how fast the guy got the ball in his hand and how fast he was tackled, you don't think as much, but it's a pretty good 5-6 yard gain there.
And that's a good first down play. And as long as you do that on first down, that gives you plenty of time. That's right. Plenty of time and plenty of ways. Like you got to be crunched. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a little.
And he's got a man. He's got him.
And
he must have dropped it.
Must have lost it on the way down.
He had him beat, though.
Trayton Peterson falls
had hands on the ball. Looked like a pretty incredible catch.
Yeah.
Landon Power.
And when you think about that as a quarterback, like, man, if I just took just a little bit off of that.
Well, he clearly had him beat.
He did.
I would be surprised if they go back to that same play.
He clearly had the one-on-one there. Did not really have much help from the safety.
Oh.
And they're going to swing it out a little bit right side.
Pass intended
the
for
blocker on the far side fell down and had a wide open shot.
Wow.
And that brings up fourth down for
and
the
you know, as I normally would say, this is a critical fourth down early in the game.
Yeah. Offense staying on the field, ball on the Sacred Heart 38. And I think we might have our first time out, and we do.
Timeout on the field for the Cardinals.
Cardinals look like they were coming out with two tight ends. They've done that a couple other times, it looked like earlier. Well, Sacred Heart obviously starting off pretty strong, but if you're Ell-Saline, that's kind of what you want to do. You want to get this little methodical drive, kind of not just take the life out of Sacred Heart, but kind of drain the life out of them.
Just inside the commons.
You got to score, though, to do that.
They do.
If you don't, it could be switched.
Yeah.
And the momentum could grow.
And this is
both on offense and defense.
This is the important down we're talking about.
Yeah. That's why I said that this fourth down could be very critical.
2:14.
The defense holds, and they get a new sense of confidence.
And they're going to go twin, two receivers each side. Running back off to the right.
Swings out.
Going to do a swing, but then
he's got the man wide open.
Good little fake. They're both inside receivers. Ran out like they were doing
Wow.
the screen again, but receivers on the ends cut it back inside.
Landon Powell.
Not only that pass was right on the money.
15-yard line, giving them 1st and 10.
And a pretty crucial catch, too.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that will take the life right out of you. Hold them 3 downs, and they get a 1st down on the 4th down.
New set of downs now. Ell-Saline got the ball in the Sacred Heart 15. Still an opportunity for another 1st down on the 5. They're going to go back to throw right side. A little bit of a high throw, but in and out of the hands.
On the coverage was 10 Peterson. Excuse me, intended target was number 10 Peterson. On the coverage, number 23, Caleb Gilliland.
Trayton Peterson,
2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals.
the intended target. So far recently, Ell-Saline wanting to go to the air, and you can kind of see that receivers getting plenty of space in between a lot of the Sacred Heart defenders. And maybe a little bit of confusion. Sacred Heart on defense, they get it lined up. And gonna be
Slings
throwing
it out.
right side.
Oh!
Another swing pass. Another drop.
Davenport's pass is dropped. 3rd down and 10 for the Cardinals.
I mean, you see that you kind of had 2 kind of consecutive drops there.
That's not
Could
good.
get you pretty close. You definitely don't want to have that in the red zone.
But they probably are in field goal range.
Yeah, you're going to be still, though, 3rd and 10. Still another opportunity. Back to pass again, right side.
Whoa.
And Sacred Heart gets a hand on it.
Knocked down by number 6.
Looks like Skidmore again getting a hand on that ball.
4th down and 10.
So do you kick the field? It doesn't look that way.
They're huddling
Looks
like
like
you might go for it here.
Yeah, they definitely are going for it.
Yep, personnel still on the field. Going to go 3 receivers right side. Might go for something where you have that swing pass again. But you got a long way to go for 10 yards. Kind of getting out of the pocket there.
Oh!
He's going to fall down for a huge loss. Going to be down at around the 25.
Trying to elude number 66.
The loss will probably not mean anything, though.
Yeah.
Turning the ball over to the
I mean,
possession. He's first
that end of the
for
field.
28-yard line.
Sure.
Now it's
yeah.
the defense has just got to come out and play defense.
Davenport tried to turn back to his left, turn to his right, going back left, but kind of accidentally tripped over himself a little bit.
We'll see how much confidence that gave the Sacred Heart defense.
And if I was Sacred Heart, you'd probably think they'd go back to the run here. Got their 3-back set again. And that's going to be handoff to the deep back. No, that's actually going to be
88,
got
Del
me.
Rio.
That was a good pull there.
Number 88,
Ben Del Rio.
in the Real moves the ball up to the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
With 1 minute remaining in the first, Sacred Heart with a 3-0 lead. Makes it 2nd and 8. Going to be back to pass. Got a little bit of a 5-step drop there. First flag of the night comes out. And we have 2 flags. It looks like kind of maybe both officials had the same thing.
Usually that's in the area of holding.
On the play.
I almost would agree with you, but both flags kind of came out really quickly, it felt like. Kind of felt like just as it was snapped, the flags came out.
Oh, it
And
looks
we have
like
a
a
chop
drop
block.
block.
Penalty is against the Knights for a chop block.
And we kind of heard the official there Asking, do you want to take 3rd down and 12? And that would be perhaps declining the penalty. And they look like they're going to take the penalty yard.
Yeah, they're taking him. Wow.
So I'll back them up even farther.
Again, a block below the waist against the Knights. Moves the ball back to, looks like the 12-yard line.
I mean, you got to go back that far. You're probably going to take that.
Down and
second down and a ways to go, I would say. They got to get to Salina to get to this 1st down.
He's gone pass. He's got a man. Oh.
Over the middle. There
you go.
They're going to throw that.
You see that.
Looks pretty obvious, but throw did look pretty high. I don't know if that was even catchable. I think some of the Ell-Saline fans are saying a few of the same things, but contact clearly made. And it kind of clearly looked intentional contact there.
Sometimes that's a good thing, especially if it stops them from scoring.
Sure.
pass interference against the Cardinals.
So
obviously going to be getting some of those yards back.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. Making it 2nd down and 10.
So after all that, we're back to 2nd and 10.
Reminder to the parents of the little cheerleaders on the track at this time. At the end of the quarter, you can
penalties on back-to-back plays. Still keep it at 2nd down.
West end of the stadium bleachers here.
Appears to probably have the 15 yards back on the chop block, and then another 15 yards forward that kind of negates that previous penalty. And a little fumble there on the exchange on the snap.
Anderson takes a knee after dropping the ball. Loses the ball.
He's going to be down right there. Maybe loses a yard.
From the
It's going to be
27.
3rd and 11.
this has really been a crazy set of down. I mean, moving the ball back and forth, back and forward.
Yeah.
It's like the quarter is about to come to an end.
15 seconds, and they're going to let that go to the end of the first quarter. So pretty good back and forth, I would say, but Sacred Heart is leading 3-0. We'll see if they can continue to move the ball down the field,
Into the first quarter,
and we'll be back
the Knights
with
lead
2nd
3-0.
quarter after this.
Let's have a
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.
And we welcome you back to Brookville, Kansas. Sacred Heart up 3-0 over the Cardinals.
the touchdown. Cardinal
Had
touchdown
some
pass.
exchange of penalties and yards the previous few downs, but after all that leaves us at a 3rd and 11 for Sacred Heart on their own 27.
So it seems as though that they did not trying a field goal earlier in the game when they were down at that end on 4th down. Could be why they're down this 3 points right now.
You have a new bunch of little
And again, not
cheerleaders
too
out
familiar with
Second
Ell-Saline and their kicking personnel, but wouldn't have been that long of a field goal had it on the 15.
Right.
Make sure they hear you.
Sacred Heart on these downs like to go to number 10, Lenners. And he's close to us here on the close side of the field. He's going to be lined up on the short side.
Oh.
Ell-Saline looked like they were bringing pressure, but Sacred Heart.
Wow.
Both it looked like the tackle and the guard were a little. The right side was wasn't doing what the left side was doing. And third and 11 makes it 3rd and 16.
We move them back, giving the Knights 3rd down and 16.
Boy, 3rd down and a long ways, huh?
Quite a ways to go. And after not having any penalties early on the first few drives for both teams, about 3 there. Pass thrown left side.
Pass intended for number 30.
Even if he caught that, might have been out of bounds, probably at the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So
4th down.
either way, was not getting very much on that.
So really, I don't think that was a wise decision by the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, and even looking around, didn't really have any receivers that were going deep. Kind of like they were kind of just content with getting a few yards to get themselves some breathing room. Didn't really look like a play they were aiming for 1st down, but granted, you are 4th and 16. Snap pretty high for Lenners, but able to pull it down. Pretty good kick.
Good punt.
Takes a Sacred Heart
Wow,
bounce.
that's a good one.
Gets it to about, maybe around the 28.
The Cardinals' 28-yard line.
That was a good punt.
That was good kick and just reception to come down with that.
Yeah.
Again, the Cardinals Touchdown Club is holding a raffle. They are raffling off 2 half hogs. Make sure you get your ticket. You need not be present to win. Drawing is at the end of the last home game, which is next week.
Ell-Saline's going to start their next drive on their own 28.
pass.
Swing it right side. Able to go down and get the ball a little bit.
Kramer on the reception. Tackled by number 10, Lenners.
One thing that I've noticed out of this, they like to throw that little screen out play. They
do.
Done that quite a bit.
The 30-yard line, 2nd down and 8.
And it probably would be more effective on numerous other occasions. Just had some drops.
I'm thinking they need to throw the long ball. They've had that wide open a couple of times.
Yeah, you can kind of see, especially on that 4th down play, that they were running that kind of swing pass, and then they ran those receivers again, but they ran the outside receivers inside. And it's going to be a handoff on 2nd down. Gets maybe a couple more.
On the carry. Tackled by number 66, Anderson Mickelson.
Maybe about 3rd and 4, 3rd down and 5 for Ell-Saline. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Just really the quarterback just acting like a
Davenport
running back, just getting a direct snap and taking it under the right side of the line.
Looks like he's a little bit shorter. Are they calling it
it looks like it's going to be about maybe a long yard.
Timeout on the field.
Oh, then the
measurement.
They're actually going to measure this. Again, we don't have the best of looks at it.
Not from this angle.
No.
Our usual angle, we would have a lot better.
Yeah. And I don't have a selfie stick to shove up in the air and look at or anything like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
1st down.
Pretty good. Yeah, and even the full length of the ball and a little bit more going to be 1st down.
Enough for a Cardinals 1st down. The 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals at the 49-yard line.
Getting pretty chilly out here. Kind of one of the first pretty cold nights we've had. It's been a little chilly the last few weeks, but tonight really starting to feel like fall. And that's going to be a run
play.
Up right side.
Joe came on the carry.
Picks up about 2 there.
Gus Campa on the tackle.
I don't know. I think they've abandoned throwing the long ball, and I really think that should be one of the weapons that they use.
Looks like a long eight.
They've had a guy, one of the wide receivers, get behind them a couple of times.
And just looking kind of out on the field, Sacred Heart looks like they have the size, but the receivers for Ell-Saline had just been beating them.
Well, they got trips this time.
And he's going to be looking left side, gets the ball, 32, gets a little bit away, but Sacred Heart player comes
That's the first down, though.
The play.
Completed to Luke Park on the tackle, number 14.
Jared McCartney did a pretty good job coming
And
back
that's our Cardinals first down
from behind the play to make that.
50-yard line up to the 48 of the Knights. First down and 10.
Ell-Saline has the ball now in Sacred Heart territory. Gonna have 3 receivers far side. Snap a little bit to the left.
There you go. That's what I'm.
Deep ball. There's the deep ball you were talking about, but
Yeah,
ball just
He's got to take a little bit off of that ball.
Yeah, ball just
Before the end of the night, that's going to be a catch.
and really just not giving his receiver really that much of a chance to go up and get it. Peterson there was there for the reception, but really had to watch the ball go over his head. Looks like they're going to come out and run same formation. Peterson down here close to us, the bottom of your screen. And we're going to have a
Moved
salvage
in the
a play.
backfield.
penalty flag on the play.
Second and 10 makes it second and 15.
False start against the Cardinals will push them back 5 yards. Replay second down.
It's kind of like a 1-2 punch you don't want to have. You almost have a pretty deep ball with a man open, and then right after that, you have to go back up 5 yards.
Yeah. Well, you needed a little more room to throw the long ball.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you get the stats on the board. You just keep backing it up, and they get all those yards back. A real bit of rollout right side, and another little bit of a high throw, but another drop
Pass intended
by the
for
Cardinal wide
Andrew.
receivers.
Goes off his fingertips. McCartney on the coverage.
Brings up
down
third and 15.
for the Cardinals.
I don't know, though. Rule I always had: if it touches the hand, then
Very true.
should be caught.
Both of those are ones that we've been talking about. Clearly ones they should have. Not really sure if it's 4-down territory at this point. They're going to be able to
Got
play
him,
action
got
down
him.
the left side.
got him, got him.
Catch by Peterson, and he's going to take that all the way.
Touchdown.
Your words about it gives you more room to throw. Very true there.
You could see that coming all day long. From the very beginning, you could see that
And
coming.
he ruled it looks like it's a 54-yard touchdown pass. It looked like Landon Power there for Sacred Heart. Looked like he was in pretty good position, but the ball's just perfectly thrown there. And we have a player for Ell-Saline not out on the field. No one decided to run out there. Kick is up and good.
Extra point is good for the Cardinals, giving them a 7-3 lead.
They were looking for someone. They only had 10 players on the field, and they went ahead and snapped it with 10 players already.
Oh boy, he's getting it now. The coach just got it. He wasn't paying
he's
attention.
Not too happy. There's one thing being maybe a little lackadaisical out on the field. Maybe you're not trying hard enough to get a block, something like that. But it's another thing just to not be on the field at sometimes. Ell-Saline now up 7-3.
I mean, you could have seen that coming from the very beginning.
Yeah.
that wide receiver play, and they have that all day long.
And I'm just telling you, Charles, they're listening to us. They're listening, well, not to us, not to me. I don't want
Yeah,
don't
there we
listen
go.
to me.
There
They're
we go.
listening to Charles.
Not necessarily, but I could see that play developing for some time tonight.
For sure.
Back deep is number 6.
But I saw that
Skidmore,
Sacred Heart was countering it by putting number 6
Leonard.
Yeah.
on this side.
Yeah. Sacred Heart almost kind of lining up. They might be expecting something short here. Not going to be that long of a kick. Fielded. That's a 19 by Skidmore going left side. Has an opening. Pretty good return. Takes it out to about the 35.
Ball is carried up to the 35-yard line by Skidmore. First down and 10 for the Knights.
Still 8:31 left before halftime. And it's going to be a run up the middle. Good job of Ell-Saline there, kind of flooding the box. Going to pick up only
Paco Garcia
maybe
on the
2.
carry, tackle by number 80, Caleb Hammonds. Moves the ball up to the 38-yard line. Second down and 7.
And that's
Yeah, second down 7.
Sacred Heart now are going to come out with 3 receivers left side. Running back offset onto the right. And actually going to look short side.
got him.
Pretty good pitch and catch there. Good catch by Ben Del Real. Called his name a few times tonight.
Reception moves the ball up to the 43-yard line. Third down and 2.
That's usually where you see formations like that when you have trips to the wide side of the field. You don't look to go back to the right side on the short. It's coming up 3rd and 2 for the Knights. Gonna line up. Works around an I formation. Gonna sweep it left side. Got a pretty big hole there.
Looks like a first down, too.
Very much.
Moving them.
Garcia on the carry.
Gets about maybe 5-6 yards past that.
Patrick Gersh moves the ball up to the 49-yard line. First and 10 for the Knights.
New set of downs. Ball on the 49. And might have had a little bit of a neutral zone offsides, and they're going to get it. That's going to get Sacred Heart clearly
The Cardinals
into
moves the ball up 5 yards.
Ell-Saline
First down and 5
territory.
from the 46.
And that's the way you want to be sitting. First and 5.
I mean, basically, you got 5 yards on a play you didn't even run.
That's it.
So you talk about having good second down yardage. I mean, you already got first good yardage, and you haven't even snapped the ball yet. Yeah, it's going to be a handoff. Middle, good job by Ell-Saline. Stuff in there, maybe a yard.
Garcia runs into a pile.
You always kind of hear stuff out there when, like, on the run. I mean, when you're kind of that defensive line, you just want to create chaos.
Still second down and 5.
Officially not going to get anything. Sacred Heart really liking to run out of this formation.
Yeah.
They're going to pass.
It's a
that
pass.
left side.
He rolls out of there.
Decent block.
And he's
but
taking the whoa.
had one tackler and another Ell-Saline player
Brought down.
says, "I want
They
some
hit
of
him
that."
pretty hard.
Patrick Gersh.
It looks like he might be down. It looks like he might be hurt.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get a stoppage of play for that player.
Yeah, he got hit from both angles. I mean, from both sides. One held him and the other one hit him.
Yep. And we hope he is okay, as many of the players here on both sides taking a knee. Sacred Heart looking like they were kind of starting their own drive down the field. But kind of stops a little bit of momentum here with the injury. And it looks like he might be sitting up just a little bit. Some of these Sacred Heart fans giving a little bit of an applause. I think we might see, it's like number
8.
I believe, was that 8 or 9? I think it might be number 9.
9, yeah.
It's going to be Mac Hemmer, going to be replacing Anderson, who was the player down there.
And 6.
Well, he's not out.
From their 46-yard line.
Oh, here he comes.
Well, you have a 3rd down and 6. Quarterback just coming into the game. Do you go to the air with a quarterback just entering the game on a cold night? And Sacred Heart's actually going to take this under center. And they're going to sweep it right side. Good cutback there, but still not very much.
Garcia on the carry. Tackled by Chalmers, moves the ball up to the 40.
That's a dangerous pitch like that, too.
Yeah, it was. It looked like he had something there. Sacred Heart going to be punting again. This time, kind of a little bit of a low snap. It's going to bounce, take a few Sacred Heart bounces. It looks like it's inside the 20.
Take possession.
Maybe around the 10-yard line. Going to be on the 9-yard line.
Wow, that's a good punt.
Punting. Sacred Heart with 91 yards to go. Excuse me, Ell-Saline with 91 yards to go.
Now,
another
would be better to go to that long ball again.
And they're going to run it.
Run it.
Not much giving it there.
Parks on the carry. Brought down by number 52. Cole Butts.
I kind of feel like you'd want to maybe run something like that on first down, at least get you some yards, get you a little more breathing room, but it's going to be no gain there. And we're going to have a stoppage of play here. Ell-Saline going to be taking their 2nd timeout of the half.
Wow.
Leaves them with only 1 left.
Timeout on the field for the Cardinals. Their 2nd of the half. They have 1 remaining.
I've always kind of been a person that, when you kind of waste timeouts, not necessarily saying waste, but I really kind of believe that first half timeouts are kind of worthless, really.
Yeah.
Tickets are $5 for 1 ticket.
It's kind of when you get into the second half, you start taking 3rd quarter timeouts, you kind of start getting a little curious.
You need not be present to win. The drawing is the last home game. They're $5 a ticket, or you can get 5 of them for 20.
Ell-Saline already back on the field, wanting to get back at it. Second and 10 for the Cardinals. Looking right side. This time, probably a little thrown too far out in front of him that time.
On the coverage, number 10, Lenners.
You almost wonder if you take a timeout there. Do you call two plays? Right
Yeah.
there?
Third down and 10.
You mentioned that before in previous weeks, and I'd say that's a pretty good option.
So, with third down and 10.
We'll see if they go for that long ball here. Going to send man in motion. Going to give a little bit of read action.
Got him.
Does have
Got
him.
him.
Beat. Another catch. Going to be taken down at about the 25. Ruled at the 26. Peterson again, the man they're going to.
26-yard line on the tackle with Buckner for the night.
That's their play.
First down and 10 for the Cardinals.
Sacred Heart having size, just getting beat deep.
I think it's a speed issue
That could be very true.
because he's getting behind the man.
And they're going to a good pull there.
He goes nowhere.
Davenport is tackled
Ran the fake pretty well.
by Cole Bush.
Kind of obviously a design
They
there.
get a short gain on the play up to the 25-yard line. Second down and 9.
Ell-Saline going to run 3 receivers left side close to us. They're going to look like
Picked off!
Lenners. And they're going to get a little extra flag there in the end.
Pass is picked off by
After
number
tackled
10,
down, kind of
Leonard.
pulling the helmet a little bit.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
That's going to add some more yardage on the end of that. A good snag out of the air there by number 10.
Personal foul, face mask against the Cardinals.
Will officially
After
be
interception is good.
a face mask.
That'll push the Knights up to
That's a turnover you need.
the 43-yard line. First down and 10.
Ell-Saline moving the ball. The Sacred Heart huddle probably about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage with the penalty there. Sacred Heart going to line up 3 receivers stacked. They're going to look that way again, kind of have a little bit of a screen, but not much there.
On the reception, correction, Leonard
Might get a few, but some of the blocks there not being held.
44-yard line.
They've got to line a man up on the opposite side of the field and fake that way and come back this way.
Yeah, and we saw that, when they had like a 3-receiver trip side one time, they came back the short side of the field.
Yeah.
With the lone receiver kind of getting the defense to load to one side. And have 2 receivers each side. Ell-Saline brings
back.
Pressure.
They're breaking.
It has it. Gets some daylight and some room. They're going to have a flag in the backfield.
Oh, did he catch
I
that?
think that's going to be, they're going to call that incomplete, but I think we're going to get a hold in the backfield.
Bende Real on coverage with Luke Park. Penalty flag.
Hemmer able to get out of the pocket.
Boy, he's very fortunate that he got out of the pocket to get that pass off, but maybe it may be due to the holding.
Holding looked like it'd be on the right side of the formation when Hemmer was trying to cut it back. But when you see the pressure that Ell-Saline brought and how some of the players kind of got back there, you're surprised he even got out of there to begin with.
Holding against the
And
Knights.
they are going to get the hold.
Push them back
Going to go to the 30-yard line.
The second down and 22.
Another long yardage situation for the Knights. A couple times they've been helped out due to Ell-Saline penalties afterwards. And they're going to do a little bit of a misdirection. Gets a pickup about 5. Pretty good tackle there in the open field.
Does move the ball back up to just past the 35-yard line. The third down and 18.
Well, you know that they only have one way they can go, and that's to the air right now if they're planning on getting the first down. But if they're not, they can run it.
Well, when you have Ell-Saline that can obviously throw the deep ball, minute 23 left. Ell-Saline does have one timeout left, but do you run it here? Just keep the clock going for fourth down? Do you just almost get this into half and not give Ell-Saline a chance to go deep? And they're going to do that. They're going to run a little bit of counter there, but nothing picking up. And it looks like Ell-Saline's going to call their final timeout on that.
Tackled by 66. Carter Underwood.
Going to be 103 left.
The 30, up to the 36-yard line. It'll be fourth down and 17.
We'll see if we can get another.
Timeout
Sacred Heart could use a booming kick by Lenners here.
Timeout of the half with a minute 3 left to go in the half. Again, the After Prom Committee is selling cotton candy in the Commons area. One bag for $2, where you can also get your...
And you're kind of at this point for Sacred Heart in the next minute 3. It's just kind of survival. It's just kind of get this game to halftime.
A dozen cinnamon rolls.
So would now be a good time to do a fake punt?
Perhaps, but I mean, you got a long way to go, and if that doesn't work out, you've given Ell-Saline a pretty short field to work with a minute left.
But they held them the last time they had that short field.
Sure.
Matter of fact, I think they even intercepted it.
So are you trying to say that you almost give Ell-Saline the shorter field and give them the long field? You know, that's could be a legitimate strategy.
No, I think we punted and.
Let's see if we can get a good snap here. There is a good snap.
Oh,
kind of a line drive kick. Not going to give much of a return there. An Ell-Saline player in the area. Officially going to be down with 51.2 seconds left.
So now you gave them a lot of field, and when you give them a lot of field, it looks like they hit that long ball a few times.
Giving receivers plenty of room to run.
Right.
Sacred Heart going to take their first time out.
2 seconds left to go in the half.
And if you're over in the Sacred Heart huddle, I believe they're saying, do not let the man get behind you.
And so I'm almost wondering, like, do you drop maybe another coverage man in there, other than your true corners and a safety? Do you drop another one deep? But then if you got 51.2 seconds left, you could go through for some short passes to get up the field if they're going to drop more in deep coverage. And you assume that Sacred Heart's going to play off the ball, play off the receivers.
And you definitely would need to do that. You cannot let the man get behind you.
Yeah, you can kind of see that right here.
But they got
14 and 6 looking
the
like
one.
they're both kind of playing co-safety out there. And they're going to try a little short pass. And he's going to be out of bounds.
Kramer on the
Stops the clock, 43.7 seconds.
Landon Power moves the ball up to the 33-yard line. First down and 10.
It's going to be a new set of downs for the Cardinals. Ell-Saline, ball on the 33, going to run. Two receivers
to
each
get
side.
back.
They're going to do another short pass.
Pass intended for Kane.
20, Joel Kane goes off his right hand, but it kind of looked like he was leaning left. Ball kind of comes firing out right side. And Ell-Saline is going to go for some of those short passes, get some yards, and we may have another Sacred Heart timeout.
Timeout on the field. Sacred Heart, second of the half. They have one remaining.
39.5 left, but when do you get to that point that if you get another first down here, do you continue to kind of throw short passes, or do you just let your guys run down the field like they've done previously already?
I would send at least one down the field. The rest, they could break it off on short routes.
And obviously, Trayton Peterson been the target on those long receptions.
And he would be the one I'd send down the field. The rest, I'd have them break off their routes shorter.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to throw the basket at them, have them all go long.
Exactly, yeah. Hey, more receivers on this field, better shot you got, right?
That's
how
right.
it works, right?
Well, they got 4.
And they're going to
Oh, and he's knocked down.
Going to be sacked in the backfield.
By number 67.
And the clock is still running.
Yeah, no timeouts for the Cardinals. It's going to be third down and quite a ways to go.
He threw it.
That, I think they're going to call intentional grounding on that. He spiked it from a shotgun. You don't see that very often.
Penalty flag on the play.
I think you might get an intentional grounding off of that. And they are going to call intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding.
Going to be a loss of down. It's going to bring up fourth down and then include the penalty yards.
Ball will be moved back to the, looks like 16-yard line. Be fourth down.
Going to stop the clock, 19 points.
Like it's
Actually,
be
the
a
clock
punt.
now running, excuse me. And they're actually going to call a timeout. Sacred Heart says, I want to get the ball back.
For the Knights, that'll be their third and final timeout.
That was a good call on the timeout there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got basically a chance to return it. Nothing happens out of it.
I guess I don't understand how that was intentional grounding.
Well, I don't know if it was necessarily just because he was out of the shotgun, but it kind of like where he threw it basically
Into the line, the back of the line.
He basically threw it into the line, yeah.
Maybe that's why, but
wow. I don't know if I've ever seen someone intentionally just ground the ball to stop the clock from a shotgun position. I don't think I've ever seen that. Didn't seem to me much argument from the Ell-Saline side. And when I kind of see that, it's probably a decision that the quarterback made that I'm going to spike it.
Yeah.
Rather than it coming from a call from the sideline.
They're
going to line this up. Oh, no, there it is. Did not see the punter in the back there. And Skidmore is just going to let this bounce. And, of course, they're just going to let it go. They should be blowing that dead, but, of course, they let it go a little bit longer because Skidmore decided to maybe go for it.
Ball is dead at the just past the 40-yard line. The first down and 10 for the Knights.
Only lives 6.3 seconds left. Now it makes you wonder, if you have your backup quarterback in there, do you even try something, or you just run a kind of a simple run and just, if something happens, something happens. Do you believe Ell-Saline will receive the ball?
Reminder to parents of
They will.
Be sure to pick them up at the end of the half at the west end of the stadium.
And they're just going to run it up the middle. Maybe a yard, maybe two, but that's not going to matter.
That's the end of the half.
Because we're going to get the end of the first half. We're going to get 7-3 Cardinals. We'll be back with halftime after this.
Cardinals lead 7-3.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.
Hello and welcome back to Brookville, Kansas, here at the SMC halftime show. Our score 7-3 Ell-Saline over Sacred Heart. Pretty entertaining first half, I would say. First quarter mostly dominated by Sacred Heart, I would say. They had some pretty good drives. They had a good stop, good turnover deep in Ell-Saline territory, though only able to get 3 points. But Ell-Saline coming back through the air.
And it could very easily be 14-3 on the one they missed down there in the corner. The way I see it, it's been like a defensive struggle between both of them and a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, we had one turnover that we saw, but really the first quarter really just penalty free really. But a lot of penalties coming into the second quarter. Intentional groundings, offsides, false starts, pretty much like whatever holdings, top blocks, whatever you could think of.
You had
it. So hopefully we see a little bit of cleaner game there. We're going to add a lot of penalty yards negating each other. But other side for Sacred Heart, having some good plays. The quarterback, Anderson, did go down. Didn't look like he had a pretty hard hit. We'll see if he's able to come back, but we'll just kind of have to see how their second string does, if they can go down the field or they just might continue to go under center.
And I think that Sacred Heart is going to have to find a way to stop Ell-Saline and that long ball. Coming out the second half, I believe they will throw that long ball.
Yeah, Ell-Saline getting the ball coming out for the second half. And, yeah, I mean, it's been the thing that's really gotten them down the field. Some drops, but last maybe drive or so did a little bit better getting the ball into their receivers' arms. But that has been the SMC halftime show, and we'll be back with the second half, right after this. Much there from where he fielded it.
Cardinals will start the second half at the 33-yard line, first down and 10.
I mean, we talk about that speed. I mean, you almost wonder if they don't want to kick it deep to some of those returners. They're going to outrun the coverage team. Ell-Saline starting off 3 receivers wide side of the field. Snap a little bit mishandled, but
quarterback keeps it,
just
and he's rolling
forward on a broken play. Picks up about 6, 7 perhaps.
Tackled by number 10, Trace Lenners. Moves the ball up to the, looks like 38-yard line. Second down and 5.
Just like they drew it up. Cardinals going to now run the 3 receivers to the short side of the field.
He's
going to be another quarterback keeper, but maybe an inch or so. Not much.
Tackled by number 52, Cole Butts. Moves the ball to the 39-yard line, 3rd down and 4.
Be a big 3rd down if the Knights can get a stop here.
This is a big 3rd down early in the game.
Ell-Saline going to run 3 receivers again left side, but it's going to be
Let's
handoff
go!
right up the middle.
More!
He's got quite a lot of running room in front of him.
It's on the carry, tackled by Buckner, I believe.
Wow, they're just moving this ball right down the field like there's nobody there.
Gave it to Parks. It was almost like Sacred Heart necessarily wasn't expecting that. It kind of spreaded the field a little bit.
Well, that's
wide
that
open.
quarterback running up and quarterback running, and I'm thinking they thought it was going to be a pass.
Sure. Ell-Saline, new set it down. Sacred Heart 32. Going to be just a handoff, not much. Maybe a loss of a yard.
Gus Camp on the tackle. No gain on the
Going to be no gain.
10.
Going 3 receivers again. This
Quarterback
is gonna be
keeps it.
quarterback keeper. Gonna try and get
Cut
to the
the
edge.
corner.
Shields tries to run it out there. I thought he might have been able to cut that back a little bit.
Up at the 22-yard line.
Wow, manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Short 1.
very short.
Well, we should know what this would be, the same
Yeah.
play we just ran.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be a handoff.
Oh, and he doesn't go in.
Doesn't look like he has much, but we'll see where they mark it.
Brought down by Campa. Cardinals.
And it is going to be a first down,
Wow.
it looks like.
First down and 10 from the 21-yard line.
Ell-Saline keeps the drive alive. Another quarterback run to the weak side. That time read pretty well by Sacred Heart.
Real on the tackle, moves the ball up to just past the 20-yard line.
Kind of been impressed with all the different things they've been running out of those 3 receivers the left side. They've ran passes out of it. They've ran quarterback keepers. They've given the ball right up the middle.
But it's all starting with the quarterback. It normally does, but this time, I mean, it's really starting with the quarterback. Whether it's going to be a run or he's going to keep it and run.
He's going to be a little
He's
play
throwing
action
up top.
there. Going to be out of the reach of Peterson there. Obviously a favorite target.
Peterson on the coverage. Landon Power.
If the ball is thrown on target, he had him beat again.
Yeah. And that's kind of the thing that, now you're in that short side of the field. You're kind of running that kind of a little bit of a fade, but
seems as
not
though
enough
that's
room.
why that long ball works
Yeah,
better.
yeah. It allows him to get underneath it, but even if you guys get underneath it, out of bounds it looks like. And I think we have a turnover on the exchange.
Wow.
Sacred Heart gets on it.
On the play, recovered by the Knights, number 56, Alex.
Really didn't even really see what even happened on that play.
First down and 10 for the Knights at the 20-yard line.
But if you're Sacred Heart, you're going to take a turnover wherever you can get
Yeah,
it.
and however you can get it. Thank you.
Sacred Heart will start their first drive of the second half on their own 20.
Man in motion.
And they're going to pitch it to that man in motion. Going to cut it back up the middle. Only going to get about 3 or 4 out of that, it looks like.
Yeah, you know when you got a man in motion, they're either going to pitch it to him,
Yeah.
or they're going to use him as a decoy for the first couple of times in pitch.
And he looked like he got a pretty good 5 yards there. And he looked like he had kind of an opening. That hole really collapsed pretty quickly.
There he goes, under center.
Hand
off to
right
the second
side.
man.
Maybe gets a couple more.
Garcia on the carry, brought down by number 5, Ty Chalmers, moves the ball up to the, looks like 28-yard line, 3rd down and 2.
So really the element of surprise would be a pass, but now you've got to run it.
That's what's
Because
got
that's
you.
how you got your yardage.
You agreed. And Hemmer is still the quarterback. And that's going to be just a give, and it looks like he might have the first down.
Yeah, they're moving the chains.
Yep. And we haven't seen
Nice
the quarterback come out, did not start now the second half. You don't usually think that's that great of a sign, and that you might not see your starting quarterback for the rest of the game.
Yeah, the starting quarterback, it looks as though he's done for the night.
It's going to be another handoff middle. Good backside tackle there by Ell-Saline.
Garcia on the
Really, right now, the Ell-Saline could stack the line because the quarterback hasn't proven that he can throw yet.
Yeah, he hasn't, and you might as well just keep trying to defend the run. Make him prove it. And we think about like a play like that, you'll have Hammond's number 80 coming off the backside to make that tackle. Usually when you have plays going the other direction, you don't really worry about him, but if he's fast enough to track that down, you might have to think about tackling him. Going to be a little bit of a
run. Whoa!
First right side, and he gets a little bit of a flip there. Then Del Rio.
32, Luke Parks moves it back to the 32-yard line, 3rd down and 9.
That's something I'd like to see close to us.
The issue is the quarterback. He hasn't proved. You got a backup quarterback. You're going to have to prove that he can throw the ball.
And if you're not going to throw, that makes you pretty predictable.
That's it.
3rd down and 9 might get a chance here. Give me a little
there he goes.
Throw it. A little bit behind.
Pass intended for Trace Lenners.
Lenners, even if he was able to come down with that, it's still going to be good, probably 6-7 yards shy of the first.
And he didn't have that push on that ball when he threw it.
Didn't look like a confident throw.
No, not at all.
Almost kind of looked like I hope I get this in there kind of throw. Punt is away, right side, going to go out of bounds, maybe around the 33, 34.
The 34-yard line. Cardinals will take over.
Good stand there
Down and 10 from their own
by the Cardinals.
Now we got a long field.
You know, sometimes you can say it's a long way to go, but maybe if it's a long way to go, it's actually a short way to go.
That's it.
From the after-prom committee, they are 6 for $7.
So if
Sometimes
I come out
more
of
is
this
less.
huddle, I already have this play called right now with no hesitation.
We got 2 receivers. It's like Peterson might be
But it's a run.
left side. We'll get about 4 there.
On the carry, tackled by 52, Cole Butts. Moves the ball up to the
And Cole Butts on the tackle, Sacred Heart there. You may remember him last year, called his name a few times and may even won a Salina Player of the Week last year with Salina Central. Now out here playing for the Knights. We're going to run option right side. Good pitch, but good job by Sacred Heart stringing it out. And a pretty good run there just to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Leonard.
Sacred Heart had that pretty well snuffed out.
On the play. Still 3rd down and 6.
It's going to bring up another 3rd down. Sacred Heart now going to go to that 3 receivers again. They're going to step back. They got a man down the field, and that's going to be picked off by Skidmore, Sacred Heart.
Pass is picked off by Skidmore, number 6. Knights will take over.
And we talked about the speed being important for Ell-Saline, but I think that time that was where the size got him.
Well, I don't even think that. I seen if we had an instant replay, we could see where the wide receivers kind of slowed up in the.
He did. He didn't. Almost like is that coming to me kind of thing. He did look like he did slow up.
And the outside one, he definitely slowed up. The one cutting into the inside had kind of started to break off his route.
And another turnover gives Sacred Heart the ball.
And he's back to
Sacred Heart got a throw.
Intended target number 30.
And that's what he's going to have to do to keep him honest, is to be able to pass the ball.
Yeah, I was looking at number.
And he hasn't proven that.
Looking to 30, overthrown. Kind of those situations that if an Ell-Saline player has just shifted over a couple of yards, they might have gotten that turnover right back.
Yeah.
That's 2nd and 10 now. And it's going to be handoff, wide handoff, right side. Got the edge.
Yeah, he's rolling.
Down the field. Pretty big hit, though, out of bounds. But Sacred Heart picks up a great chunky yardage. Gets it though at the 36. Going to be right at the 35. They're going to mark it.
35-yard line.
And hopefully with something like that, might be able to open up a little bit of your passing yards a little bit. And I think it would be good that they continue to go to the pass, because they did have a pretty good run right there, but I don't know if they're going to go all the way with just the run.
No.
Going to have to throw it at some point. Might as well get your quarterback a little bit in rhythm and warmed up. Man in motion, Skidmore. And it's going to be handoff now left side. A little bit of a break. Gets about 2 or 3. We already have a pretty fast-moving 3rd quarter. Already under 3 minutes left in the 3rd. But you pick up,
and they're continuing to run.
Well, you talk about, all you need is 3 yards a down.
That's it. That's how you do.
They're able to get 3 here. Gives you a little bit. Do you maybe consider throwing it? Sacred Heart getting up to the line really fast. A man in motion.
And he almost lost it.
Able to get back on it, but almost lost it for Sacred Heart.
Back to the 34-yard line.
Good thing he held on to that ball. That ball was awful loose there.
I'm surprised after he was kind of bobbling it and the defender made the tackle. I'm surprised the defender didn't come out on top of the ball.
If I was the Ell-Saline team right now, I'd stack the deck and make him throw.
Yeah. Going to be 3rd and 9. Only attempted 2 passes so far. Hasn't completed 1. And
he's back to pass.
Throw. Decent
He's
protection.
running. He's running.
Off with it. He's got a first down, but we do have a flag that's coming back on the back side of the field.
On the carry. Penalty flag on the play.
Penalty flag pretty far back. And you can kind of see people going back.
Holding.
Holding against the Knights.
And the thing that just happened right there, that's why I would stack the line on the deck, is because it's run. We could say he went back to pass, but we know that he took off with the run.
Sure. And you kind of think that something like that, getting the first down, would give you kind of a confidence boost for your second-string quarterback, but that just completely gets negated. It's going to be 3rd and 25 now. And I don't think we were seeing it earlier in the game, but you can see the breath now of the Sacred Heart huddle and some of the Ell-Saline players as well.
He's back to pass.
Midfield. Gonna roll out left side. Gonna try and tuck it and run, but I mean, you're gonna try and tuck it and run, but you're really just kind of setting yourself up for failure. And you'd think if you're the coach, you'd probably just say, get down.
A gang of Cardinals on.
Really, if I was the coach right now, I would find somebody that knows how to throw the ball down the field, and we would just throw it.
And I would say with kind of the roster, make sure you got a 3rd-string quarterback.
If he could pass, maybe he comes in and pass. The other one does the option or run.
And it's going to be, it looks like a fake, but no, going to be kind of a delay there by Lenners and a punt.
It's going out.
That's going to be a touchback. We're going to see what the penalty is.
Penalty flag on the play.
Kind of seems like it could be a hold, but might not usually have a hold when a lot of the Ell-Saline players kind of retreated. Lenners took a while to decide to punt it. Just kind of see where the Ell-Saline players ran off. I mean, if it's on Ell-Saline, Sacred Heart may decline. I'm not sure. Not sure if they want to try to take another shot at it, because you'd be even closer. Obviously not going to give you a first down. And with the official white hat over on the Sacred Heart sideline, looks like the penalty would probably be on Ell-Saline.
It is on Ell-Saline?
Well, I would assume so, with the white hat talking to the Sacred Heart coaches. And I think they may just decline it. We'll see. And everybody's kind of walking that way, like as they might.
Are they taking
or they might be able to take half the distance to the goal kind of thing.
And that's
what they're going to put it. They're going to put it on the 10.
Personal foul, face mask.
Whoa.
Be a face mask against Ell-Saline. That will make it, instead of the 20, will make it to the 10.
At the 10-yard line, first down and 10.
That's kind of a good break for Sacred Heart, but again, is more less is more, whichever way you want to say it. And Ell-Saline still needing to get another player on the field. We only have 23.7 seconds left in this quarter. Both teams keeping the ball on the ground pretty well. And this might be the last play of the quarter, throwing a penalty or maybe an incomplete pass. And it's going to be a run up the middle. Maybe lost a yard, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by number 67.
I guess
we're under 10 seconds.
We'll be getting ready to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be it. They're not gonna be able to get another playoff.
No.
And that is it. The end of the third quarter. Pretty quick moving third quarter.
That was a quick third quarter.
And our halftime score. I'm losing my mind. I apologize. End of the third quarter. It is 7-3 Ell-Saline.
Yes.
7-3.
Like the cold's getting to me. We'll be back right after this. At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard?
We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.
And we're back to start quarter number 4. No score there in the third. Still our score is 7-3. Ell-Saline back deep in their own territory.
10 from their own 10-yard line.
End around. And he's caught.
Right side, gonna be pushed back.
Kramer's tackled in the backfield by Leonard.
Is that on the?
Whoa, and that's a lot of
Is that
yards.
on the 1 or 2?
Back to, looks like the 2-yard line.
That is on the 2-yard line, losing 8 yards.
Woo.
3rd and 18.
You know what you got to do here now.
Yeah, well, you don't get beat deep. But if you're Ell-Saline, do you run the ball, make sure your punter's not kicking it in the back of their own end zone? Yeah, you can definitely see Sacred Heart playing real deep on them. We'll see where this gets marked.
Luke Parks on the carry loses another yard and make it in
Wow.
4th down and 19.
Loses another
Whoa.
yard there. You can't get much closer than
Whoa,
that.
and that doesn't make it very good for you.
Sacred Heart gonna take a timeout here.
I don't know why I would do that.
Timeout on field for Sacred Heart. Their first of the half. They have 2 remaining.
Unless they're gonna be drawing something up about how they want to come after this.
I think he just would have came after it. I would have told my team there to come, just let's go after it.
And
we don't waste the timeout right now.
Yeah, Sacred Heart's the one that took a timeout. You'd almost think Ell-Saline would be a one to be like, hey, make sure you get your assignments. Make sure you don't let anybody through.
And I would send the house right now. I maybe leave one guy deep, and the rest would be coming at you.
Of course, when you have moments like that, you risk kind of a roughing the kicker penalty, but
you do.
I mean, when you're on the 1-yard line, you ain't got much for your kicker to go. He's going to be up pretty close.
The kicker's got to watch himself, too, that he doesn't go out the back of the end zone.
You don't see that all too often, but it's happened before. And that snap's got to get to the punter fast.
They're sending that.
They got a couple back, though. And they're not going to really send anyone. Punt is
they
away.
Uh-oh.
Decent kick, fielded about the 40. It's a little bit to the edge, and that's going to be a flag. I think that might have been Skidmore on the return.
Pushed out of bounds by number 50.
Kind of ends up on the track.
Colton Bunting. Penalty flag on the play.
Pretty good return, maybe close to the 20, but they're going to get more yards after that. But it wasn't a bad kick when you're kicking from the back of your end zone.
It wasn't. That was a real good kick, really. But the return didn't help.
Yeah. A pretty good return, and then, of course, the late hit out of bounds, putting Sacred Heart in pretty good position.
Ball up to the just shy of the 10-yard line.
But again, what we talked about, if I'm Ell-Saline, you still stack that box.
Well, you know he can't throw. He can't throw. He
hasn't proven he can throw yet, I suppose.
I don't think he can.
I don't know. He might have heard you.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
Might have heard you.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
He's going to throw.
And he does throw.
And he's got Skidmore.
Oh, and he does.
In front of him. And I think
he did. Isn't that how it always happens?
I think that is what it is.
Totally Skidmore pass from.
And that was actually a perfect pass throw.
hammer goes, I'll up you one, Charles. Or
There
else
you
I'll
go.
show you what I can do.
It was a good pass.
Sacred Heart just an extra point away, and I think we might be having trouble getting particular personnel on the field. Sacred Heart's gonna have to call timeout.
Timeout on the field for the Knights. Their second of the half. They have one remaining.
Not sure what was necessarily going on there. It looked like the holder was out there, but the kicker might not have. There was a Sacred Heart player kind of off to the sideline.
I'm not so sure what the thought process is on that.
Well, at least the first time out, you could, maybe make it a case for. That one, kind of
Let's have a big
hard to
hand
make a
for
case
both
for.
cheerleading squads tonight, and also the little cheerleaders out here. They've all done a great job today.
And we saw their field goal kicker get a pretty good field goal in the first quarter. I mean, yeah, even if you take a delay of game, you back it up 5 yards.
Yeah.
He clearly has the leg to get it through. Well, instead, they only down to one timeout left that they really might need.
They may not need it neither.
They might not. Better to have it than to not have it.
That is true.
And that
Good.
kick is up and
Oh, no good.
Must have gone
Wow.
off the left side, maybe.
It looked like it was good
It looked
to
like
me.
it was good from here, but
9-7 with 10
can't really see which side it went off. But a chance to make the lead a 3-point lead is no good. It's going to be only a 9-7 lead now for Sacred
So a
Heart.
field goal could win it.
It could. But specifically seeing Ell-Saline when they had their few kickoffs, definitely kicked it short, and even kind of the one time they tried kicking it long, didn't get it too far down the field. So you might see a point that maybe they don't have the kind of kicking game.
And that may be why they didn't go for it earlier in the game.
Very true. But a good set of plays there by the Sacred Heart defense and then the offense.
Back deep for the Cardinals will be number 10, Trayton Peterson, and number 32, Luke Parks.
Kind of the only sour note about that being the missed extra point.
6.
These Sacred Heart coaches trying to get their team fired up. Make sure they can cover this. Gonna be kick right side. Gonna be fielded. Has space. Doesn't really have the
Uh-oh, he's got a little room.
Skidmore trying to get the tackle, but gonna take it down around the 37-yard line. Great return there by the Cardinals.
Cardinal return, moving the ball all the way into Knights territory at the
Sacred Heart really just did not
first and 10.
adjust, did not have the numbers on the right side.
They're right back in this game right now.
Puts them in pretty great position. Going to be on the 36.
And with plenty of time on the clock, too.
10:22 left in the game.
They got trips.
Do you take the home run here? No,
Well,
going to be
quarterback.
short. And quarterback's going to come pick up a few.
Davenport on the carry. Tackled by number 67.
That was a good call because with the trips on the one side, you would think it was all the way going to be a pass.
Yeah.
30-yard line. Second down and 7.
They're going to line
Here
up.
they go again.
Three
Trips and one
receivers.
single on the other.
We're going to have another quarterback
Quarterback's
run along
keeping
the weak
it.
side.
And he's
He
still
took it to the
going.
hole. Gonna take the ball inside the 20.
It's kind of like seems like the Ell-Saline Cardinals were woken up.
Yeah.
After that score by those Sacred Heart Knights.
And it really hasn't even been seemed like 2 full minutes of game time, and it's like a completely different offense. Well, let's see if they run that weak side again to the left now, and they're going to run that quarterback lead.
Wow.
I mean, a lot of the plays this second half have been very predictable. Sacred Heart not able to stop it. They're going to line 3 receivers up to one side, and they're going to run the quarterback left side, the opposite side. They're going to do it yet
Quarterback again.
Inside the 5 is Davenport. I mean, when you get to that point, line it up, run it again.
Well, you know, we're first down.
Yeah, they got a first down.
You might as well.
I mean, there it is again. They're going to run 3 receivers right side. I can tell you right now, the quarterback's going to go, snap's going to go to Davenport. They're going to have a lead blocker out in front.
And there he goes.
Again. And he's going to be in. Ell-Saline. Impressive short field drive there.
It looked like they just got woke up with the score and drove it straight down the field.
They did. Current score 13-9. Extra point upcoming. And that looks good. 8:33 left in the contest. 14-9. Ell-Saline retakes the lead.
Let's go, D!
And the kind of questionable Sacred Heart offense with a second-string quarterback asked to get put to work again. This time again being down.
Kicking off for the Cardinals would be Gabe Roach.
I mean, and they just straight marched the ball down the field and scored.
I mean, I think they ran the same play at least like 5 or 6 times, it seemed like.
Yeah, the quarterback.
They had a couple different plays on the first couple plays of the drive, but, I mean, just quarterback run the entire way after that.
Back deep will be Trace Leonard and Charlie Skidmore for the Knights.
That's going to be a little short
Let
kick.
it go.
And you have a pretty great kick there by the Cardinals. Ball that you're kind of left in that decision. Is that going to go out of bounds? You just leave it, but had to get on it. Just died there right on the sideline before it goes out. Going to be starting their drive about the 24, 23-yard line. The Ell-Saline faithful showing their excitement. And there's going to be a counter play left side, wrapped up from the back side. Once that first contact is made, the rest
Initially contacted by Patrick Gersh
of the Cardinals swamp.
No gain on the play, second down and 10.
I'm not sure, but it looks like they got a new fire under them right now. Defense is starting to attack.
Just crossed 8 minutes left. We'll see if Sacred Heart, maybe they decide to stretch it out here. 2 receivers each side. And the shotgun
pass.
throw. Ell-Saline player in position, but not able to make the interception.
24, Owen Bradley. 3rd down and 10.
And a lot of the plays that have worked for Sacred Heart seems to be kind of those either be pitch plays or plays that they can stretch the field out and get
I've
to
not
the
seen them
edge.
yet go long. And that's what I would like to see them do, is just go over the top one time.
And even the pass plays they have for Hemmer have been kind of just throws out into the flat. Had one throw kind of over the middle, but again, that was only about 3-4 yards deep. He's going to get a rollout here, and he's just going to have to throw it out of bounds. I mean, at some point, you could probably say that's a smart decision that you don't see from a second-string quarterback that's just seeing the field, but didn't have anything, and instead of just taking another loss or trying to force it in somewhere. I'll bring up 4th down. Sacred Heart gonna need to punt this away again. Good kick by Skidmore again. Fielded by Peterson.
Tackled by number 33.
Not much on the return there, but going to be pretty good field position. About the 46.
Over at the 47-yard line.
Now they have the opportunity to put them away if they can march the ball down the field like they did earlier.
And especially when they're doing it with the run. Well, three receivers right side. What do you think's going to happen here?
We know what's happened previously.
You better watch that left side. I'm surprised they don't move some players over. There it is.
The same play.
But this time able to string it out.
Davenport on the carry. On the tackle, number 30 and number 52.
Good stop there. Going to have a loss
On
for the
play,
Cardinals.
2nd down and 11.
We'll see if they might even just go back to it again. And no, they're going to do a little bit of a
he goes
option
nowhere.
play, but the quarterback decides to pull it.
Davenport on the carry.
Not much there. Sacred Heart's defensive line getting really good pressure.
Falls down back at the 45-yard line.
His last 2 downs.
12.
Another lost yard. Third and 12. You'd think this would be a passing play, and they do pull it back.
Pulls it back.
But he's going to be sacked.
Davenport is sacked.
Going to lose another yard.
6. Alex Ryan. 4th down and 12.
And I feel like the last 3 drives we've seen 3 completely different Ell-Saline teams there.
We have. It's when they needed that, when they had that sense of urgency that they moved the ball down the field.
Ell-Saline going to be.
Whoa, it's over his head!
Over the punter's head.
And they're right.
They're pick it up and
he kicks.
Kick it. And really, that's just a great play there that he's able to even get anything out of that.
Beyond great. I don't know how he got it off.
Man, you can't salvage a messed up punt something better than that.
8-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Knights.
Somehow how he was able to pick that up, kick it, still keep it in bounds. I just figured he was going to try and pick it up and
lay on
with it or
Well, I
something.
thought he'd lay it down. They were all.
But, he's like, I'm going to try and kick it. And
he kicked it.
Not a ton of yards. Obviously, could have more, but considering what you had. And now Sacred Heart's going to come out.
They
Three
got
receivers.
trips.
And they're going to pass. They're going to do a little swing pass left side. Going to cut it back up into the middle. Going to pick up about 5 on first down.
Really, the defense should know those are the passes that he can complete. The short out to the flat pass. And those are the passes that he has completed.
Second down and 5.
And we did see off that an Ell-Saline player kind of coming off the edge, not necessarily on a blitz, but just kind of on a coverage. Might get to that point where some of the Ell-Saline players might start reading that off the snap. And have a great jump on a swing pass. Back to pass. Going to be getting cut a little bit. Gets a little bit of the edge. And it looks like he's going to have a first down on that.
Runs out of bounds up at the 47-yard line. Be third down and 1.
I did not see the far side official was blowing his whistle past the first down yardage, but it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Quarterback does have a little speed, though.
A little bit. Not necessarily sure that's what Ell-Saline was expecting. We saw it earlier, but that play won't see the stat book as it was erased by a penalty. Some of the Ell-Saline fans trying to get a little bit loud.
There he goes, and he's got a first down
just
plus.
Keep the pile going. It's still going. It's still moving. I don't know why you blow that play dead there. That pile's still moving, but
Pushed up to just past the 45-yard line of the Cardinals.
And he was definitely pushed.
Yeah.
And the pile still kept moving.
.413 left. Sacred Heart doing what they need to do, driving the ball down the field. Again, 1 timeout left.
Could come back to haunt him, huh?
Could. I mean, they had to call that timeout for that extra point, and they still ended up missing it anyway. He's going to pass right side, and that's going to be a flag.
Pass interference.
And I don't know about you, but that looked like pretty easy call.
Yeah.
Defender clearly got there before the ball was there. I think that's a pretty easy call.
Yeah.
Made contact on the backside of the receiver before the ball got there.
Pass interference against the Cardinals. Move the ball up to the
penalty yard's going to get
the 1st and 10.
Sacred Heart some more yards and a new set of downs. Sacred Heart trying to hurry it up. And we're going to be back to pass. Pump fake.
Oh, look.
Right side.
Look.
Open.
Oh.
Del Real. By himself.
And I thought he couldn't pass, but he passed that ball down the field.
He's 2nd down and 10.
Wow.
He passed that ball.
He did. And had the Ell-Saline defenders just kind of on a broken coverage. Wide open ball over his right shoulder, just not able to bring it down.
Down under center. It's a
They're gonna
handoff.
run it here. trying to get a little bit of yards back, but
On the carry, tackled by number 5, Ty Chalmers, moves the ball up to the 26-yard
it's about
line.
3, but
3rd down and 7.
not going to get you a ton. Maybe a little bit of a manageable 3rd down, but again, we're probably in 4-down territory here.
I would say so at this juncture in the game.
Yeah. Going to be 2 receivers left side. Going to line up with a tight end on the left. For extra protection. Quarterback loses the ball. And they're going to call the Sacred Heart got back on it. Man, Ell-Saline was there, but just not able to secure it.
Wow.
Hemmer looked like he was going to wind back up to throw, and maybe the cold night just kind of got to him, lost the ball. Well, you got about a 4th and maybe 15, 17. Yeah, going to be 19 yards.
Big 4th down right here. This could be the game right here.
I mean, at that
This
point,
is a big 4th down.
when you just send some people down the field and you just throw it up for somebody, get it into a pile. Ell-Saline Channing defense. Hemmer almost losing the ball again. He's going to have nowhere to go, but he still escapes. Still going to be brought down way short of the 1st down, but even that he's able to get 6-7 yards out of that, it's pretty incredible.
The thing is, he holds that ball awful loose, too, in
Yeah.
his hands while he's running.
He looked dead in the water, but still in the relative scope of things, he still is being pretty short.
Now, the defense has got to stand strong right here, the Sacred Heart defense, if they have any chance of winning this game.
And again, with 1 timeout, man, the time might not even be in your favor. I mean, even if you get the ball back, it's probably going to be
Well, we're not.
30
You know
seconds?
that they're going to just run the ball.
Oh, for sure.
They're
and-
just pulling some.
And depending what Ell-Saline offense we get, they might not be able to stop it. And they're going to run it to the left side.
Davenport
Get
on
a
the carry.
few, maybe
Ball up to just
about
shy of
2
the
yards.
35-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
One for Union County. Sacred Heart elects not to use their final timeout yet. 2nd and 8. Part where you got to force a turnover. If Sacred Heart wants to have a chance, going to run it right side. Lead blockers in front.
Davenport on the carry.
Keeps the pile moving, maybe about 3. This is where Sacred Heart looks like they are going to take out their final.
They use their timeout.
3rd down and
One of the far side officials signaled
timeout on the
towards Ell-Saline, but
a minute
the white hat does signal towards Sacred Heart.
And I can tell you that, as you had spoke earlier, those timeouts could come back to
And
haunt
even
you.
if they just had that one that they didn't use on the extra point, they would have another chance. It'd save them probably 40 seconds. It doesn't matter if you can't make this stop here on 3rd down and 3. That's not going to matter.
No, it's over.
Sacred Heart going to have a stop if they're going to have any chance. And even that chance is very slim. And
There,
he's gonna
first down,
easily
quarter.
get the 1st down.
Davenport
And that's going to be it.
by Ben B-Rao. Moves the ball up
You know,
just past
a lot of
the
these other
35-yard
weeks we've been
line,
talking
1st
about
and 10 for
the lady going to be singing probably even around the 3rd quarter already, but with only a minute 12 left, I think it's pretty safe to say. assume to just see a few kneel downs here. And victory formation is what Ell-Saline's going to be out in. And May just needed to have one more snap.
Davenport takes a knee. Second down and 11 for the Cardinals.
Well, this is it right here.
Final snap right there. And the round of applause coming from the Ell-Saline fans. And as the final seconds tick away, our final going to be Ell-Saline 14, Sacred Heart 9. And we'll be back with some post-game thoughts after this.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see dominos.com/rewards or call Domino's.
Welcome to the RE/MAX Advantage MVP Player of the Week. This week's winner is Nick Davenport. The first half, you made a long pass that was for a touchdown.
Yes, sir.
The second half, it looks like you took a whole different approach. When we thought you were going to pass, you were running.
Yes, sir. You know, we had to change it up a little bit from the first half because we found that some different things were working for us.
Right, and it didn't look like you quit doing it. It's just like you drove it down their throat. The one thing I wanted to say, I saw like a new energy. Once they scored, I don't know if it just kind of got inside of you guys or what, but you drove the ball straight down the field.
Yeah, you know, after that score they had, we realized that, you know, we had to kick it in gear. And so our linemen especially decided, you know, they wanted to take control of the game.
Well, and you took control of the game, running the ball constantly up the field. How did that feel?
You know, it feels good to just be able to pound a team and know you can get yards like that. It's a pretty safe way to go. You can control the clock and you can control the score that way.
Well, we really appreciate you being the MVP of the week, Nick.
Thank you, sir.
And welcome back to the Salina Media Connection post-game show. You're here with Coach John Ludis. John came out with the victory against Sacred Heart. Talked about it just a second ago with your quarterback, Nick Davenport. But after Sacred Heart scored to go up over you guys came out with a fire and just determination to retake the lead.
Exactly. We felt all along that Sacred Heart was going to be a really true test for us. We thought where we matched up well, they matched up well also. Where we thought we had an advantage here, they also had an advantage there. So we knew it was going to be a really tight ball game. And when they came out and scored up, we were like, okay, let's go back to the basics, what we do best, and that's run Nick Davenport.
Yeah, and like just kind of on all facets of the game, you guys did really well, I feel like. Just even defense came up with some key stops, specifically stopping the running game, did pretty well in pass protection, I think, as well. What do you just kind of say about the entire team tonight?
The whole team finally stepped up. I think when Nick steps in, it brings an energy to those guys, and he can kind of control the huddle. And then we sprinkled him in on defense a little bit for some key stops in there as well, because otherwise we're keeping him out. He's been dinged up with an ankle. So once we get him in there and get everybody rolling and get those senior boys, those offensive linemen, and we just had to get a couple of those guys blocked. They have some really good linebackers, and getting those guys blocked was the key.
Yeah, and the win improves you guys to 6-1 on the season. What is left for this team to improve on before the postseason hits?
Stupid mistakes. I mean, that is something that really, really costs us. I bet you we probably have 500 yards, 600 yards in penalties, and maybe 3 plays of over 80 yards and 1 touchdown called back this year, just from not being mentally sound.
Well, Coach, I just want to appreciate for allowing us to come and just kind of join in the festivities here at Ell-Saline, and just thanks for taking the time with us.
Hey, thanks for coming out and giving us your time. We appreciate you.
Of course, absolutely.
Thank you.
Area high school athletes now have a big home field advantage. The new Salina Regional Sports Medicine Clinic. Led by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks, Salina Regional Sports Medicine offers comprehensive care, from education to prevent sports injuries, to performance, to the preservation and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Fellowship trained in sports medicine orthopedic surgery, Dr. Hawks specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of ligament, cartilage, and meniscus injuries. He and his team of athletic trainers and physician assistant supports 5 area high schools, providing the highest quality, most timely care to athletes of every sport. In the school training facility, on the field, or in our clinic, we're ready wherever and whenever you need us. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we'll help you get back in the game and keep you in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, the leader in comprehensive sports medicine.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazing Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.